Hi, welcome to the Cafe Bean Counter Knits podcast, episode 23. My name is Jessica and I live in Phoenix, Arizona with my husband. It's been a while, you guys. 2 months perhaps. But I'm back and I have a lot to share with you. And I think I want to thank everybody for sticking around if you are watching this, and any new subscribers or anybody new watching this. I hope you like what you see. Today is Saturday, January 6th, 2024, and I have a lot to share with you. I have some finished objects, some whips. I have my 2023 stash, which I think we'll go through before we get into finished objects, and some future cast-ons, and I think maybe that's about it. Okay, so first up, I decided to create myself a little knitting journal for 2024, and so I created this kind of myself, and I put all of the stickers of a lot of awesome makers on here. And so 2023, I'm going to go through this. So I knit 87 items in 2023. I knit 26 dishcloths. Out of those 26 dishcloths, 12 were the kitchen sink shop. I made 6 plain, 1 Pebbles dishcloth, and which was a pattern I won for doing a dish along, and 7 dishy switch. Dishy twist. So at the end of the year, I started getting on a dishcloth kick. It was all I could do. I was just tired, and dishcloth spoke to me. I don't know why, but that's what I was doing. I made 10 yarn cozies. I know last year I was making 1 a month, but by the 11th month I was burnt out of them and decided not to continue. I actually do have 1 yarn caked up for the 11th month that I never knit, and hopefully I'll get back to it. We'll just have to see. I made 1 hair scrunchie, 3 coffee sleeves, and 1 market bag. I made a scarf. I think I was knitting it before I was doing the gala scarf, and I did finish that. And a shawl that I made for my sister. The anthology throw. I finished a cardigan, and I finished a hat. But last but not least, I finished 41 pairs of socks. 12 of them were from Desert Vista Dye Works. 3 of them were Advent, Cozy Knitter, Freckled Whimsy, and the Zebra Yarns, which was from Zebra Yarns, was a carryover from 2022. 22 Freckled Whimsy socks. Is that right? Wow. Oh no, fingering weight. I'm sorry. I was like 22 Freckled Whimsy. No, 22 fingering weight socks and 4 DK socks. So that is all of my stats for 2023. So I brought over 8 whips, and I listed them all out right here. And I hope to finish those. And out of those, you see a check mark right here. I finished 1 of the 8. So I have my Cozy Comfort Throw, which I'll show. And then a pair of socks, which I'm about to show in finished objects. The Mermaid Shell Socks by Helen Stewart. Sorry if I keep looking down, it's my notes. Tessellated socks, a Christmas stocking, an anthology throw, another pair of socks, and a sweater for my husband. So those are the 8 items that I brought into 2024. And I created like little project pages for them with notes and grams used and start and finish dates. I'm going to try to be really better at keeping notes for my knitting, because I realized that I wasn't keeping notes, and like I was I'm making a pair of socks, which you'll see in my whips, for a friend, and I was like, oh, how many rows did I do for the toe? Or how many inches was it? Or not toe, but for the foot. I can't remember, and maybe I wrote it down, so I need to go find another notebook that I had. But I'm trying to keep track of everything, and one of my goals this year is to use my stash. And I'm very excited to use my stash because there's a lot of things in it that are absolutely beautiful. I am going to get my 2 Freckled Whimsy Club items, and I signed up for a new one from Storyteller Stitchery, and that one is a book, based on a book. And she is local here to Arizona. She's in Queen Creek. So you can probably find her on Instagram. I'll link her down below. But yeah, those are the 3 that I'm going to get per month. So at least I'm not denying myself any yarn buying. But I am going to try to heavily use my stash this year because it's outrageous. And I cataloged it over the New Year's holiday. And including mini skeins. Maybe not my Advent that I just got, but I think I have close to 400. Those are twisted hanks, meaning anything from 10 grams all the way up to 100 grams, everything. So that's every single full intact twisted hank of yarn. So of course, if I use a bunch of minis, then that number will significantly decrease, which I did count every mini skein individually. Okay. So, on to finished objects. The first one, and I think, let's see, yes. So, here's the first finished object, and this was the Polka Dot Creek Cheers to New Year's 2024. I cast these on Christmas Eve. Sorry, I did wear these yesterday. They don't look dirty, but I did wear them yesterday because they are so beautiful. But I cast them on New Year's Eve, and I finished them on January 2nd. These are my first finished object of 2024. I love their sparkly. It came with 3 10-gram minis and a 50-gram skein of yarn. And so I was able to get, I think these weighed, I have the grams. Look at me. 56 grams of yarn total. For both, each sock weighed approximately 28 grams. And I do about a 40 row leg, and my foot is about 60 rows after the shadow. I do a shadow wrap heel. Really like the shadow wrap heel. I love this blue teal. I love this pink. These were so much fun. So yeah, that is... so I started those and I finished those, and ta-da! Okay, second finished object. Let me pop it on these blockers. Oh, I don't think I have the start and end dates for these because I think I finished these in 2023. But I did want to show them because I wanted to have another item to show. Because I'm not going to go back to everything that I did in November and December. But I made the Candy Cane Striped Socks by Crazy Sock Lady. And I used Moonglow's Candy Cane set. Here they are. And I just did one of each color on here. I think she had a few extra, but I just did one of each because I didn't want to make them too long, especially because this is color work. And one thing that I regret is these do fit me, but it is a small challenge to get them up over my heel. Well, once they're on my leg, they actually fit very nicely. But one of these socks, I wasn't ripping back. I used a US 1. The other sock, I used a US 1.5, which is what the pattern calls for. And I think this one was the one, because you can tell this one, I think, is a little bit bigger. I don't care. They both can get on my foot. But if I ever knit this again, I would use the US too. Just so that way it gives me extra room. And then I did 4 rows of stripes of each color on the foot down there. Yeah, I think I forget when I finished these. I think it was in 2023. I don't remember the date on those. And then my next finished object I'm wearing. This is the Enchanted Evening Cap, designed by Amy of Happy Little Yarn. I started this January 1st, and I finished it today, January 6th. And this was 65 grams. And look at this. Look how beautiful that is. I love the crown and how it twirls. And this yarn is Deep Stash 2021. I started knitting in 2019, in like April of 2019. And I knit dishcloths and such. And then the first half of 2020, I knit a whole bunch of dishcloths and scarves. And I took a hiatus when I moved here to Arizona. And then the beginning of 2021 was when I really ramped up and I started knitting socks and I started knitting all the things and started watching YouTube and learning how to do new things. And I went to the local yarn shop, which is up north of here, about 45 minutes to Wickenburg, and they have a yarn shop up there. And I got this. This is Mrs. Crosby Loves to Play, and it's in the Hummingbird colorway, and it's on her carpet bag base, which is 80% silk and 80% merino and 20% silk. Oh, it's delightful. This yarn is delightful. And I think I'm going to wear this the rest of the episode. It is like, I think when I looked last, it was like 56 or 60 degrees outside. It's kind of chilly here in Arizona, but that's all of my finished objects. Oh, I forgot. Last episode, and I am truly, truly, truly sorry. Last episode, I was announcing a giveaway for my 1-year anniversary, and I want to do it. I have my tablet right here, my Samsung tablet, and let's pick a winner. Ready? Go. And the winner is Anna of Zebra Yarns. Anna, if you could message me on Instagram or give me an email, my email address will be linked down below. But you won. Congratulations. I'm so excited to do this, and I hope that you guys are all still with me, and I hope to start podcasting on a regular basis. Like I had said before, I had started a new job in October, and I'm very busy with this new job. And while I do work remotely, I'm very, very busy, and I don't have a lot of free time. And the free time that I do have, I've really been wanting to relax and knit and really enjoy just the whole crafty goodness. So, appreciate everybody, and thank you so much. Congratulations, Anna. Okay, let's start with whips. So we'll start with the first one, and this is in an avocado Santa Christmassy bag. Reindeer. Oh, these are so cute. Little snowmen, they're little avocados. This is by Ginger Snap Fiber, and this is one of her new designs. I have 2 whips in here, but it is the, oh boy, the 2 at a time sock, I think. Yeah, because you can put 2 cakes in here and knit 2 at a time. And I think this is awesome. And I was like, I have to have it. And when I went, the only design that spoke to me was this one. But yes, I do have another one of these bags, which you'll see. But it's all good. I love this design. It's cute. So on this side, I have, and this is very languishing. I mean, I'm pretty sure I started this sock in the first sock in like September or August. But this sock and I have been fighting. I mean, I have, like I said before, I was doing dishcloths because I needed something that was absolutely mindless because I was completely just mentally drained where I couldn't do a pattern. Now I feel better now and I can do patterns now, which I did. But so this is the mermaid shell socks. And I have this cute little alpaca that my stepmother got me for my birthday. And I have this. So this is a row counter from Twice Sheared Sheep, which you'll hear me talk about a lot. So this one, they had they had like a sale. I forget. There was like so many certain days, like a gratitude sale, I think in November. And they had a mystery of row chain counters. And I got this one. And it's got a little bird on it. And what's great about this is what you do is so if you're knitting magic loop, you can put it like a couple rows in, like a couple, stitches in, and you just pop it on here. And every time that you come around, you go up a number. So I know here, when I start here, this is 1, which is right by the 1, and then 2, and so on and so forth. And then there's this little thing right here that you just move down to the next one. So this will tell me, because this is on the 9, right? And then this is right here. So this tells me I'm on row 19. Oh, this is a game changer. I have a bunch of these. So you'll see these on a lot of my projects. No more light bulb stitch markers, counting my rows. This is the way to go now. I also got her Advent, which I was wanting to do Vlogmas, but there was no way. I was too overwhelmed with work. I'm going to get a drink of water in my Jessica Yeti mug that my husband got me for birthday / anniversary / Christmas, because it's all 3 months in a row. It's very dry here in Arizona, and I try everything. I've been moisturizing my face, so. But yeah, this one, I'm going to try to work on it, because once I get past like the leg design, which is probably about this long, it's straight stockinette the rest of the way, and I can just fly through it, especially on these 9-inch circulars, which I've been absolutely loving these 9-inch circulars lately. All right, next whip on this side, and I just cast these on. Let me look at my notebook. Oh, I didn't write down the day I cast them on, but I think I cast them on 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I'll look back because I took a picture. Oh, this yarn's a little bit of a mess. All right. This is Freckled Whimsy, Serendipity DK, Sweet Nothings. This is January 2023. So I'm trying to use up my Freckled Whimsy and my Felici. So this is Sweet Nothings. This reminds me of like box of chocolates, because you got like, it's like very Valentine's Day. You got a couple different shades of pink and brown and white, and this is all I have so far. And this is a 1x1 twisted rib. I just love the look of this. So this is so pretty. So that's what I'm doing right now. And this is US 3's 32-inch cord, ChiaoGoo, red lace. And that's my second whip. All right, let's move on. That's my second whip. Can I count? Yes, I can. All right. So, oh wait. I don't have a new one. Oh, this is just, I'll show this, but there's not a whip in here. I thought there was. This is the Twice Your Cheap bag that we got in, I think it was the day 7 little box. And it just has a dishcloth that I did. Dishy Twist, and this is the green colorway. Is that green? No, it's called, I think was it called Can I? Maybe? Or Can I? Anyways, that's the first one of that one. But I'll probably cast on more. I'll probably cast, so I can get 3. So these dishies are 100 grams, and I can get 3. So I'll show you the 3 completed that I have. The one I have right here is the red. And I have about 5 or 6 grams left over. And then I did the blue already, but that was gifted. I gifted that to my trainer. Trainer. Okay. Ooh, sorry for the reach. Okay, next up we have, in another Ginger Snap Fiber bag, because her bags are just awesome, is a pair of socks for one of my good friends. And this is Felici in the Fruit Punch colorway. Now I have 2 of these started, and let me show you the tag. Felici. Oops, sorry. It says Fruit Punch on there. There are 2 50-gram balls. I have them. I wound them into cakes to make sure that they were going to start in the right places. Plus, I wanted to check for knots. So here is the first one. Ooh, look at that. How pretty is that? Okay, so I started these on January 3rd. So these have been some nice vanilla knitting during meetings, during evenings, in the morning, whenever I have time, which I don't really have time to knit during meetings. I don't have that many meetings either, but if I do, I can grab these. Here's another row counter from Twice Your Cheap. It's got a little rainbow, and if you look closely, I'm not sure if you can or not, each one of the rings is a different color of the rainbow. It's so cool. And this one is one of the smaller ones, and it fits up to a size 4 needle. So on a lot of these, if you go to their website, Twice Your Cheap, I'll link them down below, they have different sizes. They have small, medium, large, extra large. So in this one, you can tell, since this is 1, 2, 3, I'm on 31. That's the 31th row. Fantastic. Such a game changer. I love this. I don't have to worry. I don't have to recount them. I don't recount them because every time you come to it, you literally just take your needle and you just slip it into the next hole and then drop the other one off, and you just keep it. Or you can take it off and put it onto the next one, whichever works for you. And then I do have the second sock started because I was going to try to work them in tandem. And here's the second one, little baby cuff. I'm on row 5. And this one's a circular one, just like the other one. And it's got this was in the advent calendar, and it's got this beautiful mermaid scale, and it actually feels like scales. So that's the second one started on that. And I'm enjoying these socks a lot. Oh, I'll talk about my Make 9 after I show all my... I have like a mini Make 9 that, because last year I think I only did a few of the ones from Make 9 last year, or from, I think I did 4 out of the 9. So I'm not trying to force myself. Like last year I forced myself to knit a pair of socks from DVD every month. And I don't want to do that because I just want to enjoy my knitting. I did have fun doing it, don't get me wrong. I love doing it. But I really kind of just want to be able to just knit what's bringing me joy at the time. So that's my next whip. All right, next one is in this bag. Yep. I said you would see it again. And this one's by Stitching Plaza. And in here is a sock set that I picked up. I went to the SoCal Fiber Festival in Pomona. And I picked up, here it is, Storyteller Stitchery. That's the one I'm getting a new yarn club for. And this one is called Visions of Sugar Plums. And it's a sock set. And here we are. And I started these, let's see, when did I start these? I'm gonna look at my notebook. December 5th. Yep, I started these on December 5th. And I was going to do the Crazy Sock Ladies, I think it was called Find Your Joy socks. But it didn't really, like, this color just didn't really go well with it. So I scrapped that, and I'm just doing a 3x1 rib, and it's really nice, and it's mindless, and besides the one pattern sock, that's what I need right now in my life. So I'll show you the skein of yarn. So pretty. And then it came with 2 minis, and they are sparkly, which I love sparkly yarn. They're a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. So I did the heel in the blue, or not heel, gosh, the cuff in the blue. And I probably will do, I might do the heel in this color. It's a very similar color to this. It's just a hue darker, but it's still fun. And yeah, so what I've been doing, what I did last weekend was kind of like this roulette per se, where I would do random number generator on my phone and pick a project and have them. I have all my old projects numbered, not any of the new ones that I cast on, and then I would work on them for half an hour, and then I would switch, and that was a lot of fun because I got a lot of, I could see how far I could get in 30 minutes, and I switched like 4 or 5 times, and I got work on every little bit of my projects, which was really, really nice. So yeah, that's my next whip. All right. This one you haven't seen, but you've seen the bag. The bag I got when we went to the, when we went to the Santa Fe Fiber Festival. And it is the coffee gnome bag. And inside of here is yarn I also got from the SoCal Fiber Festival. And let me take this all out because this is going to be a lot. Okay, so put the bag right there. All right, I am making the Tessellated Socks by Andrea Mowry. And I had started this on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Look how beautiful that is. I love this. This is Mosaic Knitting. I am working on the foot. This is kind of a slog because like the rows are shorter because you are slipping stitches for Mosaic Knitting. And I'm using, all 3 yarns are by Dye Lot Studios. And this one is one color I'm using. And it is Best Friends Fingering Weight, 75% BFL, 25% nylon, and it's Timberlake. And then this one, which is my first time using something like this ever in my life, is the Cumulus Lace, and it's 74% baby Surrey alpaca, 26% silk, and it's in the color Lake Annecy. I'm probably not saying that right, and I apologize. But yep, it's Dye Lot Studios. And then the last one that I'm using is they're all different bases. Because in Andrea Mowry's pattern, she used Spin Cycle, and I didn't have any or want any and didn't get any. I mean, I did pick up a skein of it, but I'm going to use it for something else. So I went with the BFL because it's a little plumper than this yarn, which is her platinum sock fingering, 75/25, 4-ply, and in the color Dewberry, I think is what it is. She kind of hand wrote it. So I was there. Was the shop owner's name Diane? I can't remember, and I apologize if I'm wrong. She helped me pick out all 3 of these colors. So, and as you can tell, they all go together very well. And the sock is absolutely beautiful. And this will get done little by little. That's what I keep telling myself. They will get done. All right. Runaway yarn. I'll have to pick that up. It rolled right off my lap. But this is difficult because, and I have it at 9-inch circular, because you are slipping stitches. And I was going to try to do magic loop and it did not work for me. So, and I'm using a US 1.5 for that. All right, I'm going to set that down there so I don't forget about the runaway yarn ball. Went underneath my tripod. All right, so last but not least is then the oldest WIP that I have. And it is in a big bag from Bags by Awesome Granny. And this is, I hope you're not tired of seeing this. This is my Cozy Comfort Throw. I made a pretty good dent in it in the last few weeks. So, the yarn I'm using is Knit Pick Stroll White, held with the Moonglow Yarn Co. Advent from 2022. And let's see if I can show this to you. Oh, and I did have a stitch marker. I marked this at some point in December. And this is from the Twice Sheared Sheep Advent Calendar that I got, which was fantastic. If you like knitting notions, they had so many cool knitting notions in there. They had row counters. They had the slap bracelet thing. They had like a yarn carousel. They had tins. They had stitch markers. They had this, which right here, I will tell you, I never knew I needed this until now. But see this right here? This helps me. I can push my stitches. Look at that. And it pushes the stitches, and then you can, so you're not like constantly dragging your stitches across and pushing and pulling. This keeps it, and this is fantastic. Okay, so here, let me show it to you. This is color number 18. Ooh, I can get it all in one shot. Look at that. So I'm on day 18. This is day 19 right here. It's beautiful. I'm excited. There's 25 days and this will get done before it gets hot here in Arizona, because I cannot, right now it's nice because I have been covering up in it as I knit it. It's fantastic. But if you look, I wove in all of my ends except for the most recent one right here. And I just, before I pressed record, I just finished this color right here. So I'm going to attach the new color and continue knitting. It's exciting. I'm very excited about this. So yeah, what's nice is when I start the row, I'll pull this like up like this, and then I'll push this all the way down. And that way I don't have to pull a whole lot of stitches, and I found that to be so easy. But this is their cable locks. I had a set of 4. They had 2 sizes, and this one, because I think I'm using size 8s. Yes, I am. Size 8s on ChowGoose. These are a fixed circular. Yay! I'm hoping I have more progress to show you. I might put progress keepers on some of these and show you how much I got done. And I'm going to attempt to record every 2 weeks. Fingers crossed that that can happen. Maybe every 3 weeks. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, these are stitch stoppers that my stepmom got me. They're pretty. They're little butterflies. All right. Back in the bag. These are like, I'm keeping these in like ginger snap fiber little cozy, yarn cozy things. helping me keep organized. When this done, this is going to be huge grams out. I'm excited for this. All right. Wow, that was a lot. I guess I haven't been here for a while, so yeah, here I'm tracking kind of like January in and out. Like, I got a sock set from Heidi and Lana, which is downstairs, and I didn't bring it up here because it's still packaged. And I bought one for myself and a knitting friend that lives in the area. But then I put the two socks the two things I finished: the Polka Dot Creek socks that I showed you, and then the hat. So those are so far I've used 65 grams for this and 56 for the hat. So doing good so far. All right. So I made a little tiny Make 9 right here. So on my Make 9, so last year I knit 41 pairs of socks and I was 41 years old. And this year I'm going to be 42, so I want to make 42 pairs of socks. I want to make the Oslo hat because I've seen a lot of people making the Oslo hat, and I'm like, oh, that looks so much fun, to knit. I want to knit the Sweet Shop blanket, which I gifted to my friend Amy of Happy Little Yarn. I want to make a water bottle cover. I have a free spot. I want to make at least 12 dishcloths. I really want to use up all my cotton yarn. That would be fantastic. That would be a bin out. I want to knit the Ibers shawl by Stephen West because that's a very simple, beautiful pattern, and I have some gradient kits that I can use that with. I want to knit the Trifle Wrap by Helen Stewart. That's so pretty, and I just don't know what I'm going to do with that. And then I want to finish all my 2022 whips. So, yeah. One of them is my husband's sweater, which is currently blocking. It's not done. I'm blocking the yoke to make sure that the depth is good for him, so that way he doesn't have it too baggy or too tight. All right, last thing, real quick, is I just want to show you, in the Twice Sheer Cheap Advent, I got this Malabrigo Rios color, and it's in the washed, and it's the colorway Chameleon, and it's super pretty. And it came with a pattern, and I plan on making this at some point soon. I was going to cast it on, but then I'm like, I need to get some other things off my needle before I can cast it on. So maybe now that this is done, I can cast this on, because I'm like, I want to have a hat going, because hats are really nice, and this is such an easy pattern that I could just make a ton of these. All right, so then I wanted to show you guys. This is so pretty. So this is my Homespun House Advent for 2023, and I don't know what I'm going to make. I debated between the Sweet Shop blanket, a DK Cozy Memories, the Painting Brick Shawl by Stephen West. I just don't know. If you guys have any pattern suggestions, let me know below. It is a fade, and I don't have to use it because it goes from, so day one is here, and then it goes up, and then it comes back here. Oops, sorry, it's out of screen. Day one is here, and it goes down, and then it comes this way, and then it goes this way. This is just a cedar pouch to keep it fresh. So hopefully I can come up with something beautiful, because I've already seen how some of these yarns knit up, because there's a few people who have this Advent, and it's so beautiful. So if you have any suggestions, let me know below. I saw that Euphorbia wrap, but I don't know. I might have extras, and I'm not sure. That might be an option, but let me know what you think. Well, I think that about wraps it up. I just want to thank everybody for joining me if you've watched it and made it this far. If you haven't, please subscribe, please like, please leave me a comment. Anna, please get in touch with me, and I will send a prize package out to you. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!